creepy Halloween.
Look at those two. Definitely my favorite wall mural street art here in Los Angeles. Well, to be honest, I'm in North Hollywood. Just look at it. The last time I showed this wall mural was whenever we did the video on the graves of the Addams family. Well, those who are passed and are buried here in Los Angeles. Again, it's just really nice to see that this is still here. Looking pretty much the same. Sadly, Jessica's gonna be sitting this adventure out because it's a really hot day and we're gonna be driving all throughout the valley trying to find the Addams family house, well, where it once stood in the 1991 movie, The Addams Family. It's no longer there. There's a fake house that they built, a facade, but I'm gonna try to find it.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
Even though Jessica's not with us for today's adventure, she'd be the first person to tell you that when it comes to filming location videos for this channel, I kind of obsess over them. With that being said, I've been trying to find the location of the Addams family house, well, where they built it for the past 2 years. And I found 3 different clues that kind of hint to where it once was. The 3 clues that I have that I'm working with are these. It's near the Starlight Bowl, which I found out is in Burbank. It's right before the landfill, and it's across from something known as the Scale House, which I haven't been able to find anything on that on Google Maps or Apple Maps or anything like that. Also, I have this photo of the house. It's a behind the scenes photo, and right next to it you can clearly see the cemetery. Now, if you're a fan of our filming location videos, you know that I love going to a place where the place isn't even there anymore and I line everything up with the mountains. I have a pretty good idea where the house was built. And if I'm right, the mountain range in the back should line up perfectly. You ready? I am. It's hot. I'm in the shade right now, so it's about time to get out in the sun. Here we go. Now here's a bit of a plot twist. If my calculations are correct, about a mile up this road is where they built the house for the Addams family. And we can't drive back there. The sign says gate closed Monday through Sunday, 3 p.m. to sunrise. Somebody on a bicycle came down and said that the gate is open on the other side, that I have to kind of just drive around the mountain to get there. And I should be able to drive to the parking lot, well, the bend. I'll explain it more when I get there. So right now I'm just gonna drive around and see if I can get on this road. Prefer not to hike it. I mean, it's about a mile up, it's not that bad, but it's some pretty serious sun right now. Well, this isn't a view that I was expecting, but I gotta be getting close because the mansion, the Addams family house, was built on top of a hill overlooking Burbank. And from pictures that I've seen, you see that mountain range that's in the center of your screen? You can see that in the photos. And on the other side of that mountain is the Hollywood sign. That's Mount Hollywood over there. It's really interesting. I'm standing out in a residential neighborhood with the camera, and one of the homeowners came out asking me what I was doing. You know, people get a little weird about you turning a camera on their house, and I told them that they built the Addams family mansion up here in the hills. They had no clue. I love educating people like that. It kind of makes them a little happy. It makes me very happy. I feel like we're getting closer. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I'm definitely getting some Addams family vibes, right? Now, like I said, for some reason, any kind of information about the Addams family mansion, you can't find any of it online. It's just like, it doesn't even exist. There are YouTube videos where you get a tour from Christina Ricci. I think it's from Addams Family Values though. I don't know if it's the same area, if they built that here or not. Yeah, so there's the landfill. I just passed the landfill. It says landfill number 3, I do believe, the city of Burbank. All right. Right now I'm hiding in the shade of the car because it makes seeing the phone screen a lot easier. Now what you're looking at right now is the exact location on Apple Maps where I am. And you see that it's a dirt road that curves off to the left. In this photo I'm going to show you, you're going to see the house sitting in a very similar looking dirt road that has a curve off to the left in the same exact way. This is it. This is where they built the mansion from the Addams family. You can see the mansion that they built, which would have been right about the center of your screen. You can see the mountains behind it. And over here to the right where that telephone pole is that looks like a Christmas tree, that's where the cemetery was. There are tons of parks in Los Angeles. But this is how you know that you're in an official park. They have these benches pretty much everywhere. And how fitting, because this is the shot that we need. And of course there's birds everywhere and they're freaking me out. The birds are even more fitting because right here is the exact spot where the Addams Family Mansion was. And this is how you can tell. You see the mountain range off in the distance? Right there is the radio tower right above the Hollywood sign. And you see that peak right there? You can see that in this photo behind the Addams Family Mansion, as well as this curve in the mountain itself. How freaking wild. It's really sad that there's nothing left when it comes to the Addams Family Mansion. But at least we were able to get here and document it. Hopefully other people will come out here and hike this trail and come up here and stand where they filmed the Addams Family. Man, every time we do adventure videos like this, I get excited. Movies that we grew up on, movies that we absolutely love. To see that my favorite billboard in the world is still standing. Look at that thing. Pierce Brothers, Valhalla, Cemetery, Mortuary, and Flower Shop. I think this is the second time that I've shown this billboard on this channel. Again, the last time was whenever we did the Addams Family graves. I feel like I should show it a lot more. Maybe even get this on a t-shirt, like a Grimm Life Collective t-shirt, because I love this billboard. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the TV show, the original TV show, The Addams Family, but man, I grew up with Raul Julia as Gomez and Christina Ricci as Wednesday and Uncle Fester being Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future. Like, that is my childhood. But at the same exact time, oh yeah, we're next to an airport. At the same exact time, the characters blend from the TV show and the movie. To me, they're all the same. There's two Wednesdays, there's two Gomez's, there's two Morticias, two Uncle Festers. It's just a great story, a great family. Now I point all this out because when it comes to the actual actors from the TV show and the movie, some of them are still alive and some of them have sadly passed on. For instance, John Astin, who was the original Gomez, as well as Lisa Loring, who was the original Wednesday, are the only people that are still alive from the original cast, the TV show, The Addams Family. When it comes to The Addams Family, the movie, Raul Julia is gone, which is really a big bummer because his final resting place is really far away. Not saying that someday we won't visit it, someday we might, but getting to it is a lot harder than most. Here in this cemetery that has the billboard to my most favorite place is the grave of Pugsley Addams, Ken Weatherwax. When it comes to the final resting place of Pugsley Addams, it's pretty much right over towards the center of the cemetery. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. I figured since we're here in this area, I might as well stop and pay our respects. Everybody else from the show that's buried here in Los Angeles is kind of scattered around. But he's right over here next to this fountain. Not in the ground, but in a vault, like above ground vault. Yeah, look at this fountain. Beautiful, right? It's weird, every time I come here, there's never any flowers or anything here for him. But every time we come, we bring something. Kind of have to crouch down. And there it is. Ken Weatherwax, 1955 to 2014. The original Pugsley Addams from the Addams Family TV show.
What if Mr. Hilliard doesn't come?
Angel, your father sent Lurch for Mr. Hilliard, and it's very difficult for people to refuse Lurch. He has such a nice way with them. Now, let me see your hands. Oh, excellent, Pugsley. The nails are nice and clean and sharp. And you did very well, too, Wednesday, darling.
The funny thing is, this entire video was all about finding a house that doesn't exist anymore, that was just built for a movie, then it was torn down and there's nothing left there. But it's not always about what you point the camera at. Instead, it's more about the adventure, and sometimes the spooky trees or the things that you encounter in your own backyard along the way. And with that being said, until next time, happy Halloween. I love that. The hand. Happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.